Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to the Goblins Live anniversary show. I hope you're all doing well. We've got a cracking show lined up for you today, where we're gonna discuss a few things that we've been meaning to for a while with regard to Discord and Patreon. So we've got those updates for you. We're also going to, we'll try and set it up if we can, but we were going to react to one of our, the first ever live show that we did. Not very long, just I don't know, maybe just a snippet of
just
it or something like
intro
that.
or something.
Yeah, to see how different it is from what we do today.
Yeah,
because I'm sure that'll be fun. And then we're gonna do a little quiz.
Yeah,
which should be quite fun. So the idea for the quiz today is that I have made the quiz, and the wifey is going to answer the questions. But before she does, with every single question, we're going to create a poll in the chat, and you guys can answer with your best guess. So it'll be multiple choice A, B, C, and D. And basically, when the polls show up in the chat, you can vote for which one you think your answer is. And the wifey will have the opportunity then to review the answers that you guys have given, and she can choose whether or not she wants to go with your answers or if she wants to go with her own gut feeling.
Yeah, so it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
So today's going to be a good show.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, and the wifey's going to be relying on you guys quite a lot today because the wifey isn't going to have a clue about any of these questions.
I've already been told these are going to be really hard.
Well, they're not going to be hard. They're going to be interesting.
Impossible for me, I think was what you said.
No. Okay, that was a bit extreme. Yeah, that was a bit extreme. That's not what I was meant to say. But I mean, the wifey's got a chance of guessing them. But
yeah, but
she's
going to
be reliant on you guys for an informed decision.
Yeah.
All right. So, Greg, good to see you, mate. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I was there fiddling around just last minute with a couple of things.
Late, but it's going to be worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, wifey, shall we roll the intro?
Let's do it.
I'll sort out in a minute. How are we doing, wifey?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, doing all right?
Yeah.
It's quite funny because it's been quite a stressful week this week. But
my God, so stressful.
Been looking forward to today.
Yeah.
We're not... Normally I would have like a beer or something like that, but I'm still on my diet, so...
We're both being good.
Yeah, so I'm trying to stay away from naughties for
maybe
at least until Christmas, and
we'll
then
have a drink with you guys at Christmas.
Then I'll get back on it again.
Yeah, this week's been. So I was in Guernsey Sunday, left Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna have to tell my story. So I'm driving down the motorway in the dark, and this thing, I see something like here, and I'm like, oh, must be a hare. I look up, it's a spider, and how big's the spider?
It's pretty big.
It was about this big, and he just got
spider
into the corner. I pulled over, and I was like, okay, breathe. I actually I came off the motorway at that point. I was in a village anyway, and yeah, absolutely pulverized that thing because that thing was not from this earth.
Oh, you don't. Did you actually?
I couldn't get out of the car otherwise because I'd have to where it was. I'd have to. No, absolutely not.
You could have got some paper or something and moved it out.
Humanely. No.
You monster.
I know. I was awful.
I like saving the spiders.
But one thing I did find out. So I was walking through a multi-story car park when I was there. Sell the car. Everyone said to me, sell the car, burn it, drive in Central Reservation. And I was like, these are very extreme compared to what I actually did. So yeah, I was walking through a multi-story car park with one of my colleagues and I saw a R1, this in Guernsey, with an L plate on. I thought, this must mean something different.
Well, my reaction was the same as the wifey's. It's got to be an
R125.
It can't be an R1.
Yeah, R125. And I was like, it's not. Okay, L plates must mean something different here. Spoke to my colleague. And I said, who's native Guernseyan, and I said, what's this about? You have to take your CBT on up to a 250. After that, once you've got it, you can put an L plate on anything.
On
We saw
any bike in
Hayabusas,
Guernsey.
Fireblades with L plates on.
That's so funny. Can you imagine
Like-
seeing a Hayabusa going down the road with an
with
L
a
plate
massive
on
L
it?
plate on. But also, there's 2 other things that are quite interesting. 1, you can have a 50cc from the age of 14, and 2, there are 3 things actually. They have no speed cameras in Guernsey whatsoever.
They must do.
No, they have police with speed guns, and
Right.
that's it.
Yeah.
But also, the Guernsey number plates, because they're black and white, don't get picked up on UK speed cameras.
No, they must
Apparently.
do. They must do.
It's
yeah,
not.
no,
It doesn't. They look completely different to our number plates.
it'll be
though.
yeah. I know the ones you're talking
Yeah.
about, but it'll be harder for speed cameras to pick them up, but they'll still pick them up.
But it was just so interesting.
Nine times out of 10.
So yeah, so I flew back
And then didn't you say that the speed limit is 25 miles
25
an hour
on the entire
everywhere?
island.
Everywhere. That's so interesting.
Yeah, there's no MOTs
So
there.
if you've got an
Nothing.
R1, well, you can't really use it, can you, to its full extent? Because didn't you say the roads are really narrow
They're super
as well?
narrow. So if you want to have like a motorhome or something, you have to have special permission to drive the motorhome. It can only go from the ferry to the campsite and back. You're not allowed to drive around the
Yeah.
island.
Gosh.
So I came back Tuesday night. Yeah. My new phone had arrived, so that was very exciting. And yeah, it's been a lot
yeah.
in a short space of time. I'm so tired.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Interesting.
I was still
Yeah.
thinking about the goblins while I was there.
Yeah.
Still getting my intel. But because there's no MOTs and stuff, you see some old bangers. Like, I've got a picture that my boss sent me, and it's someone it's a DIY window made of wood. Because it doesn't matter. And we saw cars with like the front hanging off, or there just wasn't a front. Mad.
No such thing as an MOT in
No
Guernsey.
such thing. There's no
Well,
legal obligation for
yeah,
it.
that's mad. That's crazy. But yeah,
And there's no road tax either.
no road tax.
No.
Is it a tax haven?
Yeah, there's no tax in Guernsey.
No wonder there's so many people that live there. They
There's
don't pay any tax.
69,000 people that live on the island.
And they all live in tax-free, the buggers.
But they have like a local tax or something. I didn't really understand how it works.
There'll be like a local levy or something, won't there? Almost like
But
council tax, probably.
You know, I said we went
Yeah.
out for dinner on Monday. Did
Yeah.
I tell you it was at a driving range?
No.
So you could get like you could order your food, get a bucket of balls, shoot the balls, and by the time you're done, your dinner will be ready for you, waiting. Mad.
All right.
So do visit it, but don't maybe take your bike because you might not get the most out of it.
So just before, well, I wanted to kind of talk about the Discord and the Patreon as early as possible in the video, but I don't want to leave it too late. But I just want to make sure that there are people actually watching the stream before I do kind of talk about it. Well, anyway, I mean, there's a reason why, but I'll explain that in just a moment.
We can always come back to it on the end, can't we? And just
Well, yeah, we
mention it
will. We'll remind everyone at the end as well, I suppose. Yeah, that's fine. But so we've got the Patreon sorted. We've got the Discord sorted. And basically, so the Patreon will give you access to the Discord. But anyone that's watching this live show today for the next 24 hours... There'll be a link, which I'm going to put in the chat, and I'll put it in the video description as well, that will give you free access to the Discord channel, but it's only for 24 hours. All right. So just is like a thank you to everyone who joins us on the live shows, and because I mean, you guys a lot of the time are the ones that champion these sorts of things. So I know that a few of you have been asking about the Discord for a long time now. So hopefully you guys will be able to get on that as well. But yeah, so then from that point onwards, we're gonna try and push the Patreon forward as much as we can. We have 3 tiers. It's not anything too complicated. They range from £3 for the lower tier, £6 for the mid tier, and £9 for the highest tier. And they give you different benefits, but the main thing is access to different extras on the Discord and things like that. We'll have exclusive content as well on there at some point, which we haven't done that yet. We haven't got around to it, but it's something that we are probably going to do maybe once a month, release like an exclusive thingy once a month. And we don't know what that's going to be yet, but yeah, if you guys want to let us know in the Discord what you'd like to see from us on the Patreon, then that'd be awesome. But I'll leave a link to that as well in the video description. And should I put it in the chat as well?
Yeah.
I might as well do it now. Actually, I'll get the Patreon up, and I'll link that in the chat and the Discord as well. But yeah, I know it's been a long time coming, so I'm glad that you guys are interested in it and want to join in
And it's the
in
1st
supporting
of December
us.
as well now.
Yeah.
So the countdown to
it is.
Christmas has begun.
And that's the thing as well, isn't it? It's 1 year tomorrow since the first ever live show that we did. It's madness.
Yeah.
For one year.
Wonder what coat I was wearing then.
Yeah, we'll have a look. Wouldn't it be funny if it's the same coat? But
I think it was
for
the
some
red
reason
one.
I always thought that it was in November when we started the live shows, but
No,
it
'cause
was
this
actually
is-
really close to Christmas.
This is episode 50 because we missed one earlier in the year because your work, and then there was one, the one that because the week after Christmas we didn't do it. So yeah, we've literally done a year's worth of shows. It works out that way. So mad.
Yeah, it's I can't believe it's been a year already. But I mean,
Doesn't feel like it. 'Cause
it doesn't.
When you
doesn't
first
feel
said
like it.
about doing a live show, didn't have my reservations about it. I was a bit nervous as to how it was gonna be received. I wasn't sure what to expect.
No, I didn't either.
If we'd
to be
just be
honest.
sitting chatting with each other every week.
Yeah, it's
on here,
It's really
but
funny how
mad.
the level of interaction and the differentiation in the interaction has really made the live show worth it for us. I mean, we don't earn much money from it, if anything at all. We probably earn pennies.
We don't do
every
it for
month.
that, do
but
we?
no,
Anyway?
it's a community thing, so we do it for you guys. But the fact that you guys are engaging with it and you are happy to see us and you're happy to see everyone in our little community is just it all just adds to the flavour of the whole thing.
And
so
I think the fact that when we haven't done a live show, people are like, "Oh, we really missed it this week."
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
It's quite heartwarming
yeah,
to
definitely.
think that we're a couple of kids, I guess, just talking about things we love talking about, and it's nice that there's people out there who want to listen to us talk about stuff
Exactly
for an hour a week. Sorry,
an hour a day.
an hour a day.
Fidelity, good to see you, mate. How you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Just so we can kind of catch you up a little bit. So we've got 2 links in the chat. One is for our Patreon, and the other is for our Discord. All right. So it's a temporary link. All right. So anyone that gets into Discord in the next 24 hours, that link will be valid, and you will gain access to it for free. So yeah.
Once they're in the link, how long does that? Do they only have access to it via that link
Nope.
for 24 hours? It's a permanent.
No, once
access.
they're added to the server, they're on there permanently.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Just
just
wanted to
the link itself that expires.
Just wanted to clarify that.
So yeah, but just as a little thingy here. So I mean, obviously you guys are some of our biggest supporters. So if you would be so kind to have a look at some of the Patreon memberships and get involved in that would be much appreciated as well. All right. So yeah, I mean, I'll try and hook up the reaction to our first ever live show quickly. Shall I try
Do you want me
doing
to
that?
look away?
Just for a sec. It's just because I've got the quiz set up on the other monitor, and I don't want the wifey looking at the answers
I'm
before
ready.
it's time. So I'm just gonna quickly minimize that. Right, that should do it. Okay, wifey, you should be able to look now.
Sure.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
This
You-
is
so
the great
you
thing
can't
about
see
this
any of the
hood.
sides.
It's so big. Apart from when it's raining and I put it up, I can't see where I'm walking, which is a bit dangerous. But yeah. Anyway.
But this is going to be weird though, because we're going to be doing a live show whilst reacting
To
to
a
a live show. Yeah, this is mad. So this show, our first ever live show, got how many views is that? What does that say?
189.
Really?
Hold on, I'm gonna get
that
up and
did
have a
quite
look.
well. I thought it was 130,
Bear
but
with cooler.
yeah, did quite well. Quite well for a first ever show.
130.
It did do 130.
I
Okay,
made up 59 views.
that's funny.
I couldn't see it. That was a complete guess. Oh my gosh, I forgot it was about this as well.
Yeah, it's about the new Fireblade SP. Yeah, madness.
God, that was.
Let me just
Excuse me.
mute the adverts that are coming through. But yeah, I thought this was funny because oh my god, look at us.
Look at your hair. I'm not wearing a coat.
Oh,
I was
wow,
brave.
We look so scruffy. But here you go. This is
Speak
us
to yourself.
on the other screen. No, wifey looks good as always, but I don't know why we're so. Oh yeah, of course. This was because we hadn't done the OBS properly. on the we hadn't quite got the codec right when we did we did some tests and things like that, and it looked okay when we were recording it through here and
And
what
then
have you,
watch
but
back
it
and we're
looks
like, oh.
looks a little bit rough. But yeah, this is like the awkward wait at the start of the episode. Now, can you guys hear that? I don't think you can.
Looking good.
There we go.
Here we go. Welcome,
Oh,
Goblins,
dog's
to
on my
the
lap.
first ever live show from us here at Goblin Rides.
Look at us,
And,
man.
yeah,
We're like
awesome
babies.
show lined up for you
I
today.
know, right?
So, and we also have a very special guest featuring on our very first, our debut live show.
I don't know how loud we should
Introducing
have it. That's the only thing.
Queen of Beans.
You stopped introducing me as well.
Yeah,
after like
I
3 or
know.
4.
Of Yorkshire
I'm
pudding.
I'm just a regular.
I give to you
I'm just
the
regular
one
now. I
and
don't
the
get like
only.
a special introduction anymore. I thought.
Well, it's just
Do you know what?
because I mean originally the whole plan was to get guests on the
Different
show,
people.
different people on the show, but people aren't very reliable.
I'm gonna
So-
address something as well.
Yes.
On one of our live shows, we had your brother come on,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the comments we got after was your brother should come back on. That's actually his brother.
He's actually my
Like,
brother. Yeah.
They look quite
Yeah.
different, but I
No,
promise you they are complete
He's
brothers.
actually my brother. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna address that, but
Like,
yeah.
100%, not half brother.
No,
He's my
100%
brother. Yeah.
real brother. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just bring that up and be like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
they are
it's
actually
quite-
related.
It's quite funny, isn't it?
So
But I mean, yeah, let's just watch a little bit more of this one, and well, we'll be quiet for a little bit so we can hear what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's really funny
After all
because
that
we've
introduction, I feel like I need a
got
cry.
the old
I feel like I
table
should
and
do, like,
everything
a
as
Bruce
well.
Like introduction. Like fighting in the red corner. Anyway, right. So the topics we have lined up for
Oh, of
you
course.
today, ladies and gentlemen,
It's on a different
are
camera
the
as
brand
well.
new
It is,
Honda
yeah.
Blade SP, the 2022 model.
As well, look at how
Absolutely
like
insane. And then we're also
stuttery it
going
is
to
as well.
discuss Kawasaki's
We look a lot
recent
warmer
unveiling
now
of their
than those
plans
colours.
to
It's very
bring
pale and very
their
cold
entire
colours.
motorcycle
Well, it looks
line
really
to
almost
electric
overexposed, but
motorcycles, so complete electrification of their lineup, at least in the West and Australia and places like that. So, without further ado, let's roll the intro.
oh, we've still got the same intro as before.
Yeah, that's not changed.
So clearly,
I'm not usually into those kinds of films, but it was critically acclaimed, so I thought I'd give it a go last night. And yeah,
I can't remember what film I'm talking about there, but
it kind of draws you into the movie, early on, and it kind of
Was it that Russell Crowe
we
one?
might we might stumble our words a little.
might
bit.
have been actually. Yeah.
Might struggle to find our lips and our teeth and our
Yeah, put
your teeth
in, as they
yeah, that's it. So yeah, bear with us. And
It's almost a bit like awkward. I'm like, oh.
Do you think it's going to be just really funny when we look at this in 10 years' time?
At this show, we actually. Oh my gosh, we're gonna react to our that show, which was our first year show, which was our first show. Gosh, that's gonna be trippy.
It's so funny, man.
This is very exciting, actually, isn't it?
Oh, really exciting.
So exciting.
I mean, to be fair, it was.
I
It
know,
was.
but I'm talking like I'm a news presenter. Like I
I
was so stiff at that point. Like now I'm just like they all know I'm a bit of an idiot when I say things, so it's fine.
Very rarely, if ever, going to be hitting that power band. So on the street, it's kind of like you're.
Oh, I'm wearing my old glasses as well.
Yeah.
Gradually
It's
pulling
funny
the
we
throttle
can be
back,
like,
and all of a
right,
sudden you need
so
to
much has
accelerate.
changed
Well, you pull the
just
throttle back,
based
and
on
if
what
you're
you're
under
wearing
7,000
Yeah.
and how
it's like
your beard and your
goes into
hair
power.
are.
And then over that, it's just shoots, it launches you.
Oh, you know what we
absolutely
should have
launches you.
done?
I think
We should
that's
have worn the
biggest
exact same
criticism
outfits
of
that we were wearing
this-
in that
this
show today.
Fireblade.
That would have been trippy.
That's what we should have
I'm
done.
sure they're
Oh,
gonna
I
more
didn't think
reviews
about
coming
that.
out.
But we didn't
in
want
the
to see
near
the video,
future,
did we?
so
We didn't want
True.
to break any.
We'll see
True.
what people think of the new Fireblade. Right, shall we move on to our next topic of the day?
What's that? What's our next topic?
Kawasaki.
Of course.
Of course.
Full electrification of Kawasaki motorcycles by
No.
Gosh.
2030.
That how long?
It does say in this particular article that it is in some markets, but it's going to be the United States, Europe, Australia. That's
Mad that,
basically
yeah.
their
I mean,
biggest
we're
markets
already a year into that
I know.
as well.
their bikes. And I'm kind of torn between this one. If I go back to this article here.
God.
It's the funniest thing is, oh look, we're actually in the bottom corner on that one. That's convenient because we're in the top corner.
Move on towards the end because I want to see how we finish this.
I will in a moment. But the funny thing is about this one is that I'm pretty sure that Kawasaki is now actually going all electric earlier than that now. I think they said by 2030 or something.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
So I can't remember. Maybe that was
That's so funny though.
that's a while ago now. But yeah, it's funny how it all changes. But yeah, let's we'll go just to the end and then we'll crack on with our little quiz today. But oh look, it's the dog as well. The dog's in there. Sorry, got more adverts here. So making money of ourselves.
That's true.
Oh dear.
Here
we go.
Oh my
Here we go.
gosh.
The 2 whole 30-second
collar.
ads, I do appreciate that. And, yeah, hopefully, because I think in the future,
Yeah.
when we've got
No,
more
he
viewers
hasn't.
and when people know when we're coming online and stuff like that, that people will start.
Oh,
getting
of
more
course. Yeah, this is
involved
when we
in
used to like play a little video game as well at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. Played Worms, didn't we?
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah.
We gave that up pretty early.
I know. I think we only did it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Every Thursdays basically. And because I would like to actually have a section of the show where we can go through some of the chat and
Oh, we do that,
ask
though.
questions or
Yeah.
We do
comments
do
about
that.
a particular
Look at
topic
that.
we've been discussing or something.
Yeah.
Something worked.
So it gives us
Yeah.
which, I think it's a really neat feature.
Chat to us.
So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anyone watching, feel free.
I think
to
I said about
send us
20
a
words
message
during this
when
live
we're
show,
doing
and that
live
was it.
shows.
Maybe.
I don't think I said very much.
Maybe. I mean, it's just funny though. But yeah, hey, we didn't have anyone watching that show.
No, we had. Did we not?
I think no one watched that show. I think it was maybe one person came on for maybe a few minutes and then they signed off again. But that's what you expect though, isn't it? I think, and I don't even know how many subscribers we had at the time either.
Probably about 5.
No, it's more than that.
Yeah, but
But I don't even know if we had 1,000.
I was gonna say
by
it was
then.
sub 1,000. I'm pretty sure.
I'll have a look. We might not have even broke 1,000 yet. If that's true, that's mad. I'm curious to see
I mean-
how many subscribers we had.
When was it we
that
started
day.
Goblin Rides? What?
It was April last year.
So April we started. So then 6-7 months later we started doing the live show. It's quite quick, I guess.
Yeah. Let me. So if I go lifetime. Oh no! So we had just broken 1,000, I think.
Just.
Yeah, I think we because we broke 1,000 in October, early November, and then obviously the first live show was a month later. But how funny is that?
Yeah.
I mean, these are some other interesting metrics as well. So the total amount of views that we have had in basically 18 months,
Yeah.
something like that. Well, no, bit more than that. Oi, yeah, go on. Dog's off on one again. So in 18-20 months, we've got 820,000 views, which is mad. That's lifetime performance. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. We've got 59,000 watch hours.
What?
So yeah, I think that's a pretty good achievement, you know.
What's been your favourite video that we've done so far to date?
Well, you know this because I showed you earlier, and that was our riding pillion for smooth brains. I think that's one of the best videos I think we ever did.
So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you have
Yeah.
seen it, go watch it again.
I think that's a really good video. No, it's just because it's really funny and it's just, I don't know, we're able to be a bit more creative with it. And
That was my video.
well, yeah, it was your inspiration.
I
yeah.
wrote the script and everything. The
Yeah.
race. Mark said the race.
The race.
The race.
That
Yeah.
hasn't done as well as I wanted it to.
It
though.
was fun though. It was so much fun.
It was a
to
really good
do.
video,
The ending
as
was
well.
just worth it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good, and we want to do more of that kind of stuff in
Yeah.
the future. But yeah, it's just that riding to up with a girl video. I just thought was some of our best work. And even though it's only a 5-minute long video, I think there's a lot of
Riding
really
Pillion,
good
you mean?
stuff in there. Well, the title is called Riding to Up with a
Oh,
Girl.
is it?
Yeah, that's the title of it. But
That was so funny because like we went to a fairly quiet piece of road and it was quiet until I put that bloody colander on my head and all the cars started coming down.
it's funny though, because I thought the same thing, that area would be really quiet and we'd be able to do whatever filming we wanted there without any fuss. And I remember in the middle of filming, there was another biker that came in
Oh, yeah.
and just like stood around and looked at the views and stuff. And there were other cars around as well that would never normally have been there, but they were just hanging around, just because it's a nice view, I imagine, and things like that. They just hang around, and it's just or dogging. I don't know.
in broad daylight. It had to be the time I was
know.
wearing a blooming bin bag with a colander on my head.
Oh, it's funny. It is funny.
but yeah, though that's
it is.
it's a great.
And
great video.
that video we did that a little while ago now.
Yeah.
I think it was in April.
It was on the
we did
warmer
that.
weather because I wasn't cold.
It was either April
No,
or
it was
May when we
May
did it.
time. It was May.
Yeah.
May, June.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, quite a long time ago now. Scary long time ago.
Do you want to get in the
Come
pub?
on, you, Flint.
Bud,
Come here.
come on.
Bud, come on, what are you doing? No, he's gone shy now. He'll come in a minute. But oh look, we actually had a comment on this, or a chat, a message in the chat from this first video here. I can't read what it says.
says,
But
I just watched 2 ads or something for you.
I
just
one of them
watched
sarcastic comments.
2 minutes, 19 seconds of ads for you. Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
I think they lie.
2 minutes is a lot of ads, isn't
That
it?
is a lot. Yeah. No, we don't set it like that. We just leave it as default. And
Anyway,
yeah.
let's move on to the quiz.
You want to do the quiz? You want to do the quiz? All
For
right.
those who have just joined, we're doing a quiz. It's going to be questions for me, and they're going to be difficult for me. So what we've done, or what you've done, is you've created a way to have a poll, so you guys can actually vote on the answer, and then I'm going to use some common sense, hopefully, and your answers to help win. So we're in this together, guys. If I win,
Yeah.
you win.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you know.
So basically, with every question, there's going to be a poll, like the wifey said, and you guys get the opportunity to vote on which answer you think is the correct one, and the wifey will then get to choose whether or not she goes with you guys with your answers, or whether she goes with her gut instinct. So, shall we start?
Let's
I
start.
wanted a few more people to sign on to the show, because then it gave you a few more opinions, a few more answers.
Be
But
alright.
Double Star Gaming, good to see you, mate. How you doing? But yeah, so let's. All right, we'll get on with it, and then
because we've got 10 questions.
we've got 10 questions in total, so it's not too many. But the dog is really good.
He's on one.
I don't know what he's barking at.
For anyone who's noticed, our bike, this one, is currently in the workshop.
Come here.
It fell off one too many times and its kickstand's broken. So that's why that one is not there.
If you keep this up, dog, we're gonna have to put you inside the house. All right, I tell you what. Actually, should I lower this blind all the way down so you
Do
can't
it.
see what's out for? Honestly, he just goes off on anything. There's just so many triggers that he has. All right, so let's hopefully this works. Okay, so this little box here that's popped up is going to be where the quiz is, and I mean we've done this slightly differently to how we would normally do it, I think. Well, not normally. I mean, we've tried a few different ways of doing this, but I think we're trying to find the most efficient way of doing it. And but yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, so Goblins Live quiz. All right, so this is for the wifey. Are you ready?
Yeah!
You ready for the first question? Okay.
Which one am I looking at, by the way? Either.
Either doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so what is the largest displacement production motorcycle ever made? Is it
Okay.
A, the Yamaha VMAX?
Never heard of it.
B, the Triumph Rocket 3? C, Moto Guzzi MGX 21? Or D, the Yamaha VMAX again? Okay, I don't think that was supposed to be there, but that was a mistake on my part.
Okay, so
Well, there you go. So you actually got more like, a 3 chance of winning this one.
God.
Sorry, that was a mistake. I didn't notice that before.
I
Sorry.
get the information wrong. You get the question wrong.
I get the answers wrong.
Okay.
So, right,
So-
I meant to put this in the chat now as well. So, let's. I'm just going to go ahead and do that now quickly.
I have never heard of 3 of these bikes because there's only 3 to choose from. So, the
All right.
Moto Guzzi,
Yep.
right? A Yamaha. We got a Rocket. So you'd want to think a Rocket's going to be pretty darn quick. Was there actually 3 of them, or is it just called the Rocket 3? Is that just its name?
Oh, this isn't going to work the way how I wanted it to. Oh, it won't let me change it. What? Come on. Oh, it will. Hang on. Right.
There's
A,
a poll coming your way, guys, in a sec.
B,
You can put your answers in there.
C, D. Bang. All right, so that should be coming your way
There
now.
we go. Yeah.
All right, so you vote which answer you think is the correct one, and then the wifey will choose whether or not she wants to go with you.
See, I can't see the chat anymore because the poll's over it.
That's all right. Don't worry about the chat. That's
Okay.
okay. Just look at the votes that come in.
Yeah. Oh, we got 3 votes. Oh, it's working.
So can you see the votes though?
No,
Oh, you can't see them.
I can't see them.
Oh, if you, I think you got to put in an answer.
Well, there's no point in me voting. 'Cause I'm
Right,
gonna.
just put in any. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the wifey's got to put in her guess as well to see the poll. That's a bit annoying.
Okay.
All right. So we've got.
But can you see it though?
I can see it.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't need to
I
put
can
it
see
in
it.
then, do I? I guess.
No, that's true. That's true. Okay, so we've got 0 votes for Yamaha VMAX and Yamaha VMAX again. D.
So it's not A or D.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure I've got the rest of them right after this. So we've got 75% voting for the Triumph Rocket 3, and we've got 25% voting for the Moto Guzzi. Which one do you think, wifey?
Okay, so
Now, bearing in mind you've probably never seen this bike before in your life.
Mark also wants to press B. 1 sec. I'm just going to double check. You can't then change it if you've done it wrong. So that's fine.
Oh, you can't?
No, if you
Oh,
press
that
the wrong
sucks as
one,
well.
it's fine. Okay, so I'm not going to go for the VMAX. As I've mentioned,
You sure? They're on there. It's on there twice.
it must be right then. I'm relying on you guys a lot here. I've never heard the Moto Guzzi. I've never heard of the Rocket 3. But, one, because my friends in the chat have said it's... Do you say it's B is the highest one?
So B has got 60% of the vote.
Okay.
Oh, A has got 20% of the vote now.
No. Okay. So, because it's called a Rocket, I'm going to go with the Triumph Rocket. And that's
Okay.
what my friends said.
Let's have a look, shall we? So it is B, the Triumph Rocket 3.
I'm going to score
So,
us, guys.
This is what the bike looks like.
Oh, wow. How old is that?
Now, what I'll do, I'll move you guys over to the second screen so you guys can see it proper.
Proper like.
So this is quite an interesting machine.
Well,
So, like Dope Style Gaming was saying, it's got a 2.5 liter engine. It doesn't say how many cylinders it is though. It's a 6-cylinder. No, 3-cylinder. It's a triple. It's a triple cylinder, and yeah, 2.5 liter.
you wouldn't think looking at it goes that quick.
Yeah. Well,
it's got that bigger.
I bet it's got a monster amount of torque,
Yeah.
being a 3-cylinder as well. But this little thing that I've got on here doesn't actually give me the specs, so I'll just bring them up quickly, so we know a bit more about it. But yeah, quite a monster of a machine. But it produces 165 brake horsepower. Interesting. But it has 221 newton meters of torque. That's absolutely insane. That's more torque than your car.
Are they still in production?
It looks like it is, yeah, from what I can see. But crazy
bit
numbers. Crazy numbers. Yeah, 165 brake horsepower, 221 newton meters of torque at 4,000 RPM. 6-speed. Yeah. Mad motorcycle right there. But very, very interesting. It's an interesting bike, to be honest, and I think it's one of those bikes that's actually quite rideable as well, to be honest with you. At least it wouldn't surprise me if it's not unmanageable. I suppose the exhausts are in a bit of a funny place, though. You can see the 3 exhausts coming out there at the side.
Yeah.
I wonder how hot that'll get. That's the only thing, because your legs are going to be there.
Great for winter.
Question.
Right.
Question
Next
mark.
one.
All right. Next question. Which motorcycle manufacturer made warplanes for the Japanese during World War II? Was it A, Suzuki, B, Honda, C, Kawasaki, or D, Yamaha? Clearly. I don't know if there are any other Japanese motorcycle manufacturers that would have made equipment like that. By the way, there is another answer on here which we can talk about in a moment as well. But this is specific to a motorcycle manufacturer, as we know to this day.
Well, I know that Kawasaki makes engines and stuff now.
Engines and stuff. Well, they all do.
No, I
Because they all
know,
make
but like
motorcycles.
helicopters and stuff, like ship engines. I mean,
Yeah.
like
So
ship stuff.
Kawasaki is a heavy industries company. Yes.
Yeah. So that gives me a
Wait.
little.
Before we do that, sorry. Let me just create it in the poll here as well, so I don't forget. Sorry, wifey. Keep talking. Keep talking.
You sure?
Yeah, it's all right.
So that could be a pretty good, like, guess for me. Kawasaki does like the ship engines and it has the helicopters and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going. That's there. Yamaha, I've only ever known them to do music instruments and motorbikes. That's all I've ever known them as.
So okay. So what do you think Suzuki makes then?
Tanks.
Tanks maybe in terms of motorcycles, but no.
You need to let me think my process before you start helping me.
No, I'm not helping you. I'm just asking. What do you think Suzuki makes?
Cars and bikes.
Yep, cars and bikes. What do you think Honda makes?
Music instruments and bikes.
Not Honda.
Sorry, not Honda.
No,
Honda
not
makes lawnmowers and bikes.
And
And
your car?
Oh, my car.
She forgot her car was a Honda.
Yeah, I love my car.
So what does Kawasaki make?
Everything. Jet skis and ship engines and bikes.
So they make a lot of stuff.
They make a lot of stuff.
And Yamaha? What do they make?
Yamaha make music instruments and bikes.
And bikes. As far as I'm aware, that's all they make. But that doesn't change the fact that one of these companies made warplanes for the Japanese during World War II. They might have changed. You never
They
know.
might have. There's
So we've got
so much.
Oh wow! So we've got a vote
People
for.
really aren't sure with
Yeah.
this. Like, no one thinks it's Yamaha. And I don't think it's Yamaha
That's
either.
so interesting.
I
So we've got a vote for Suzuki. Was that you?
No.
No. We've got a vote for Honda, and we've got 2 votes for Kawasaki,
Yeah.
and 0 for Yamaha. How interesting.
See, I am going to go on a complete whim right now. I don't know how long we're giving people to vote.
No, just this is enough time.
I think Dope Style, they do make really good instruments. Yeah, Yamaha do. I just because of what I know they do now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Kawasaki.
Final answer?
I just think that's something they've been able to evolve and bring into now.
Let's have a look. Boom. Yes. Kawasaki. Yeah, and this is one of their planes.
I wish it was lime green. Can you imagine? Target
Well,
practice.
I mean, so Kawasaki actually made a butt ton of planes for Japan. And I mean, Kawasaki as a company started in 1890 something. So they're a really old company. But they made all sorts of things from fighters to transport planes to bombers to close air support. They didn't, however, make the famous Zero plane. Do you know who did? Another famous brand that isn't a motorcycle brand.
Give me a clue.
Begins with M.
Morgan.
No. It's a Japanese brand.
I don't. Japanese band begin with M.
Mm-hmm.
What? I don't know.
Evo 8.
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi.
When you said M, I thought manga. I was like, that's
No,
not.
no. Mitsubishi also made a butt ton of planes for the Japanese. And I mean, again, Mitsubishi are one of those weird companies where they just have so many fingers in so many pies. They make air conditioning units. They used to make computer monitors, planes. Clearly, make cars.
Don't
all
Star
sorts of
said
things.
Mazda because that was a company being M.
Yeah.
Japanese.
No, Mazda
Could be
came
right.
about later than the 1940s, and so did Honda as well. Honda only started coming about in the 1950s as a company.
Do you know what? I
But-
can't take credit for that question. That was process of elimination.
Yeah, but it's interesting how some of these brands have such an engineering heritage. It's absolutely insane.
But if
But
it wasn't for this show and what we do, I wouldn't have known Kawasaki did any of that stuff.
no, exactly.
So-
But I think that's the same though with a lot of these brands. Like Honda, for example, they have a lot of involvement in robotics. I think a lot of the Japanese brands do as well. I think Kawasaki is involved in robotics as well. But obviously Yamaha's music stuff. Suzuki, as far as I'm aware, Suzuki only have a motor company. I don't know, but they have a partnership with Toyota. Interestingly enough, Suzuki, and I didn't know that until researching for this quiz today.
Curious.
All right,
What's next?
are you ready for the next question, wifey?
Yeah.
Okay. How many motorcycles were sold in 2020?
The time of COVID.
We've got A, 100 million, B, 25 million, C, 10 million, or D, 50 million.
Okay. I think 100 million is a little bit too much. I do. I know that it did increase whilst COVID was a thing. Well, whilst COVID was prevalent, I know that it was a thing. Part of me thinks it's 25 million. I think it was 10 million, but it went up to 25.
Okay, that's quite a big jump, but I
It
mean,
is.
it's certainly plausible.
Or it was like 11 million and it went up. I know that it was it was more than it was in 2019. I know that much.
Well, I mean, sales of motorcycles, you expect them to go up year on year anyway.
But because of what was going on, people did go out and buy.
Mm-hmm. People had
A
more
lot more
disposable
bikes.
income because they weren't going on holiday and things.
I think 10 million is like a normal year-on-year thing. I think that's probably fairly safe to say. Is this in the world?
In the world, this is global sales. And this is to the nearest million, by the way, as well. This isn't exact. This is to the nearest million.
See, I'm kind of torn between 25 and 50 now, knowing it's the whole world. No, I still think it's 25.
Okay, so we've
had no
got.
votes.
Ooh, okay,
Oh,
so
have
we've got 67% of the vote are going for D, and 33% of the vote are going to C.
You guys think it's 50?
I'm sorry, did I put down 1, 2, 3, 4? I was meant to put down A, B, C, and D.
Oh, I think we got it. It's fine.
Sorry about that.
We've got smart cookies on here. So you guys think it's 50 million? Seems like a lot.
And the thing is I bet you that it's only a small percentage of these bikes that are sold are in the US and Europe. Most of them are in China and Asia. Which is mad when you think about it. But yeah, because they like their small displacement bikes for their big cities and things. So, wifey, I mean, we've even got an answer in there for B, 25 million.
That was me.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Mm.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm stuck now because I don't want to go against everyone and then them be right and me be wrong. But 50 million just seems like so many.
Go with your gut, or go with the viewers.
What do you think it is?
No,
Almost got you.
I think it's A, the one that no one voted for.
I don't think it's A.
You don't think it's A?
I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to just go with my gut on 25 million. I'm going
25 million.
to lock it in.
Okay, the wifey has locked in 25 million motorcycles sold. You ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Boom!
50.
50 million.
Oh god, you
Well,
guys.
it's actually 49 point something million, but
I'm not
it's,
gonna.
And that number has gone up since then as well, massively because of COVID. I think I can't remember I don't think all the global sales records were in when I was doing the research for this one, but they had them for 2020, and I think they said they've gone up by something like 10%.
I won't go against you guys again.
That's what they're there for.
No,
they're
I
there
know.
to help you.
It just seems like 50 million seemed like so many.
It is a lot, but that is
It is a
globally
lot,
though. That's
yeah.
globally.
But when we're such a small percentage of like the world bikers, to think 50 million bikes were sold is just insane.
But they are a lot more popular though in India, in China, in Asia in general. Motorcycles are very
that's what
popular
Dave Starr
because
said.
they're some of the best ways to get around in the metropolitan areas because there's too many people for cars. So a lot of people get around on bikes.
Yeah. Well, you guys are winning. You got
So,
3 so far.
Yeah. Nice one. All right. You ready for the next question, wifey?
Yeah.
What's the fastest traditional motorcycle quarter-mile time ever? A, 8.32 seconds. B, 9.59 seconds. C, 7.88 seconds. Or D, 5.96 seconds. Now, the reason I've got traditional in here is because this isn't using wheelie bars. This isn't using like nitrous. It's not using anything like that. It's using, well, as far as I'm aware, it might be. It's just a traditional motorcycle. Everything is the same, just maybe with a lengthened swing arm and maybe some race gas. I don't know, but what do you think?
Traditional is in no drag mods.
No, basically, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, to some extent, there are still mods, but they're not. They have turbos, they have an extended swing arm, like I said, special tires as well, maybe special fuel, but no nitrous and no wheelie bars. So what do we think?
Do you want to put the poll in for people to vote?
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you, wifey, for reminding me.
All right.
All right, yeah, let's chuck this in the poll.
I actually don't have a clue on this because any of those times is very, very quick.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Very, very quick.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So I'm probably going to go with our friends on this one as to what they suggest because I don't know. Now, because I'm not voting,
Okay,
I'm not
now,
allowed to see.
I'll give you a small hint here. So this bike here, where you can't see it, the ZZR 1400 on spec can do a quarter mile in 9.6 seconds. But that's a motorcycle that is from stock. No performance mods, no nothing done to it. That's stock motorcycle. So that is your reference point.
Say it again.
That bike
Yeah.
can do quarter mile in 9.6 seconds.
Okay, so B.
Well, basically, yeah.
Right. And what bike would they have been using?
Ah. Well,
Is that the right question to ask?
I'll give you a bonus. A bonus if you can guess the motorcycle that was used to do it.
A Ducati.
Final answer.
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm going to say Ducati. I also can't see the votes. We've got 4 votes, and I can't see.
I'll
any of them.
tell you what they are in just a sec. Let me.
And I'll probably go with the majority answer because not a clue. Not a sausage.
Oh wow! So we've got a vote for everything.
Oh, that's really helpful, guys.
So interesting.
That's so helpful.
we've
thanks.
got an even split on votes between A, B, C, and D.
Oh no!
Madness. You guys are teasing the wifey, aren't you?
6 seconds is very impressive.
Yep.
Like super.
To be
impressive.
fair, they're all impressive.
They are.
There aren't many bikes that can do under 10-second quarter miles.
No.
There's
I
probably a
think-
handful of bikes that can do it under 10
I
seconds.
think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the middle with A at 8.32 seconds. Because that's kind of down the middle of all of those.
8.32 seconds, you think A?
Because I don't have any idea. All of them are ridiculous. Like the 9.6, obviously, is for that bike, which is great. But that's a heavy bike. So I'm assuming it's going to be more of a track bike. So it's going to be
Well, no,
lighter.
this is going to be a drag bike.
And I have no idea about drag bikes either. Drug bikes? Drag bikes.
Drug bikes.
Drag bikes. I'm going to go with A. We'll just see what
Final
happens.
answer?
Yeah. Wow.
5.96
That's
seconds
quick.
is the world record. And it was broken very recently by our very own Chris Moore from Moore Mafia.
No way.
Yeah. Check this out. Let me I'll tell you what, I'll bring you guys over to the other screen here so you guys can watch it properly. But
Over there on the left-hand side of the bike near the wall. I'm slipped.
this was the run.
You already know. The pass is clean. We gonna goddamn let it
Where's this being done?
I can't remember.
All right.
It's in the United States, but I can't remember exactly where. But have a think about what bike you think this is.
Should be real interesting. I've been itching to go quarter mile for quite some time now. This whole year.
Does that look wet to you? The ground?
No, they use like a glue. They put a glue on the
Is that for
tarmac.
traction?
Yeah, so the tire doesn't slip as much.
That's Batman's bike, isn't it?
Yeah. So everyone have a think about what bike you think that is that he's using. There's only a limited number of choices, really, when you think about it, for a drag bike. God, that bike's got to be so loud. Damn to shake and bake. That's like his quote. That's his thing. That's
Yeah.
his phrase. So I mean that was the run, but there's there you go. Just look at how fast it goes.
It's off. It's gone.
It's so
Into-
stupid quick.
Into the horizon.
It's ridiculously quick.
So we have a couple of answers in the chat for what it is. There's 2 votes for this.
Yes, sir. That's right. I love Chris Moore.
Jigsaw 1000.
He's awesome.
So that's what I'm going to go with. You listen to me.
Sorry, you say a what?
A Jigsaw 1000.
For the bike that was
Yeah.
used. Any other votes?
Oh, we got a booster.
Okay. So yeah, it's a booster.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's a turbo Hayabusa that he's using. He has used a Jigsaw 1000 in the past for drag racing with. Again, that's one of his go-to bikes, I think.
So
But yeah, he's in that clip there. It's a Busa.
Mark got it right. Fidelity got it right. Then changed your answer to Jigsaw. But no, well done, guys. Right.
Yeah. What a performance, though.
Yeah.
What a performance. And I think during that event as well, I think they were having trouble with that bike all day as well with the transmission. And to just pull that out the bag, it's just absolutely insane. But yeah, 5.96 seconds. Now, there is a caveat to this. So that is not the fastest quarter mile time ever on a motorcycle. There is a time of, apparently, if I can find it, 4.976 second quarter mile. And it was recorded doing 290 miles an hour at the quarter mile. For context, that bike in Chris Moore's video was 223 miles an hour.
Isn't that the speed a roller coaster goes?
No way. But the bike that has the record though is running hydrogen peroxide. It's not running fuel like petrol. It's running hydrogen peroxide. It's basically running a jet engine. Yeah, I know. So
Wow.
if you're talking specifics here, then that is the fastest quarter mile bike, and it's a custom made bike. It's not anything you can buy on the street, but Hayabusa you can buy on the street and you can modify it to that.
Yeah.
To how and there's no wheelie bars or anything, no nitrous. It's just the gas that they use to do it. So yeah, it's absolutely insane. But yeah, just to clarify that. All right, next question.
Gosh, look at the time.
5. When was the first ever production electric motorcycle released? A. 1922, B. 1890, C. 1972, or D. 2001?
Oh wow, that's an array of answers.
Yeah. What do we think?
Yeah, guys, what do we think? Do they know what electricity was in 1922?
They did, believe me. They did.
Gosh, 1890? Is that meant to say 1980?
No, it was meant to say 1890.
1890.
Yep. Now, this isn't when it was invented. This was when it was released as a production motorcycle.
For general sale.
For general sale. I mean, what do you think so far?
I think these questions are mean.
They're interesting.
Well, no one's voted so far, I don't think, have they? Everyone's like, what the heck? 1890 seems too early for me.
Okay. Make sure to get your votes in, guys. Get your votes in.
Got one vote so
Because
far.
the wifey needs your help on these ones.
I need your help. I just need your help in general. Life.
In life.
I'm glad they like me and don't think I'm dumb and that they're caring enough to help. Everyone could have just not answered any of the polls and just left me to think. I appreciate that you haven't.
Oh, so you got 50-50 between B and C.
B?
B and C.
Okay, B and C.
Interesting.
I think 2001's too late.
Why?
Don't know, just do.
Okay.
It's really annoying when I play poker with you and then you do things like this. You've got such a good poker face that it's just
I don't know about that.
I can't read you when you say things like why, whether you're trying to put me in that direction because it's right or because it's wrong.
Okay, so we've got 67% of the votes are for C
1972.
and 33% for
B.
B.
But nothing for A or D.
Nothing for A or D yet, no.
Okay. If I close this poll on here, it's not going to close it for everyone, is it?
No.
Just see if there's any.
Have you got any guesses? Any inkling of what you think could be the right decade even? What decade do you think it could be? Production motorcycle, not when it was invented, production motorcycle. That was electric. Go on, wifey, you got to have some ideas.
No.
Got to have some ideas. No.
No. Oh, I don't know. I just feel. See, Fidelity and Dosal give me some good reasonings,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just taking it under consultation for a moment.
Yep. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Well, I know that Honda started by putting an engine on a bicycle, didn't they?
Basically, yeah.
So
And that was in the 1950s.
yeah, but whether it was mass-produced and counted as a motorcycle is a different thing.
No, this is an actual motorcycle.
No.
What you would-
Let me. Shh.
Yeah, but not. It's not. What I'm saying is, this isn't a prototype.
No, I know, but
Or anything.
that's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
know whether that would have been mass-produced.
Yeah.
Where are we on the votes now?
Same as before. 67% for C, and 33% for B.
Let's go with C.
C.
Yeah.
Final answer.
I ain't got a Scooby-Doo.
Boom.
Hey.
C. Yeah, 1972. So interestingly about this is that so the electric bicycle, which arguably you could say was an electric motorcycle, was actually invented in the early 1800s.
Right.
Early 1800s, when they actually would have batteries and they would have really basic electric motors driving the wheels on bicycles. So it made riding a bicycle easier. And you still see that to this day. There are loads of people that have electric motors wired up to bicycles, but you wouldn't call them a motorcycle. This motorcycle here is the first ever electric production motorcycle by a company called
Do you want to know something really funny?
Corbin Gentry.
That doesn't look that much different from that drag bike we just saw.
No, it doesn't, does it?
No.
It's really odd. So the specs of it are that, I mean, this bike is called the XLP1, and apparently the company made and sold 100 of these between 1972 and 1974.
Got 102 years.
So
it's not bad going, considering the look of it.
Yeah, I mean, the company itself. I can't remember what their history is, but they worked in, I think it was naval stuff. He was a naval electrician, the guy that invented this, and I'm reading through it, but I can't see the information that I'm looking for.
Two seats, or was that one seat?
That's two seats.
It's two.
But so the specs of this are that it can. So the maximum speed of that particular model is is about 30 miles an hour, and it has a range of between 30 and 40 miles.
Wow.
So it wasn't a revolutionary bike, to say the least, and it used lead acid batteries as well, 3 lead acid batteries. So it wasn't like anything special really. It used the technology of the day to make an electric motorcycle. I mean, there is some information in here about the motor that was used and things like that, but I'm not going to go through all that today.
No.
Because I don't believe it used a brushless motor like we have today. The brushless motors are really what we use today. But yeah, so very, very interesting. Yeah, the first ever production electric motorcycle. You ready for the next one, wifey?
Yes.
All right. Number 6. Who had won the most MotoGP championships ever? Now, this question is for all categories in MotoGP, because there are different categories. So the riders that have competed in multiple categories and won in those categories. So we've got A, Giacomo Agostini. We've got Valentino Rossi, Marc Marquez, or D, Mike Hayward. Now, a couple of these names are oldies and a couple of them are newbies. But let's pop this in here for everyone.
I only recognise one of those names.
I knew you would.
Don't start. That doesn't help. Come on, Rossi or Marc Marquez. It's going to be one of them. I don't know.
So who do you recognise from
Rossi?
From those?
Marc Marquez sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Whether I just think it sounds familiar.
No, Marc Marquez as well. He's a fairly modern rider as well in the GP.
Was it where I imagine A and D are the older guys?
Interesting.
What's the voting?
Yeah, very interesting. Make sure to put your votes in, guys. Put your votes in so the wifey can see. So we've got 50% of the vote going to A. We've got and 50% going to C so far. I believe that's it's 2 votes.
Okay.
Remember, this is all categories. So 500cc, 300cc. I can't remember the other two. Was it 350cc? I can't remember.
Could you not plenty for now, please?
Come here, bud.
He's got my arm. He does this thing where he puts his paws on your arm and like clamps you, doesn't he? Is it still 50-50?
Still 50-50, yeah. What do you think, wifey? Tell me what you think.
Like I said, I only recognise Valentino Rossi.
Mm-hmm. He's a very famous name.
I know that he does very well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, we've got 4 votes now.
Okay. So we've got 2 votes for B, Valentino Rossi. Interesting.
In the interest of time, because it is getting on a bit, I'm just going to punt at B.
Valentino Rossi?
Yeah, because it's the only name I recognise, and it might be wrong, but...
Okay. Final answer.
Yeah.
A.
They didn't even know who that was.
Giacomo Agostini. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But yeah, so he apparently has won 15 MotoGP championships. And that's across the 500cc and 350cc.
But he's retired
categories. Well,
Was he
so
dead?
so his winning span was from 1966 to 1975.
Wow.
Okay, so it's a pretty old racer. This would have been the time when the Isle of Man TT would have been part of the MotoGP at the time. So it's mad. So Valentino Rossi, he is not even in second place. He's in third place, and he has won 7 at the 500cc category, 1 at the 250cc category, and another one at the 125cc category. So he's won
9.
He's won 9 in total.
But he could potentially beat that 15.
No, I think he's retired now.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So Marc Marquez, he is 6th on the list. He has won 6 MotoGP 500cc and 1 at 250, 1 at 125cc. So that's 8 in total. So he's 1 championship behind, drawing with Rossi. So Mike Hailwood, he's an old English racer, and he's actually 4th in the list. He has won 4 500cc MotoGP, 2 350cc, 3 250cc. So he has won 9 as well in total.
Can you just check we're still streaming?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
No, okay, fine. We won't check. You weren't losing us.
We're still online.
Cool.
So, I mean, the person in second place is a guy called Angel Nieto from Spain. But he, I mean, this is it's kind of not really what we look at when we think of MotoGP wins, but he's won 7 in 125cc category and 6 in the 50cc category. I don't even know if they still do the 50cc category. I'm
He's
pretty
on
sure they
13 on less than 250.
13 in total, but not at the higher CC categories.
Yeah, the really like intense ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
next.
All right. So yeah, but very, very interesting, and I know that some of you guys are going to be like, "Oh, that's not fair," because it is an old name, a couple of old names in there. All right, next question then. In Spider-Man 2002, which actors were approached for the Green Goblin role?
You said to me this was motorbike related.
It's Goblin related.
Fair.
A. John Travolta.
That would have been hilarious.
B. Shaquille O'Neal. C. Mel Gibson. Or D. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now, there's 2 actors here that you've got to choose from.
C or D.
2. There's 2. You've got to pick 2.
God.
Okay.
I think I couldn't imagine John Travolta doing it.
So let me put
No
this
way
in.
in hell. Shaquille O'Neal, is that the big guy?
Basketball player, yeah, the big guy, Shaq.
Shaq.
Very famous.
I could
basketball player.
imagine Mel Gibson as the Green Goblin. And I think Jean-Claude Van Damme I could imagine as the Green Goblin. I think Mel Gibson's one of my answers.
Right,
for sure.
This is going to be hard to put in a poll. I'm not gonna put this one in a poll, guys. Okay, I'm going to let you guys put this in the chat because you got to pick 2. Okay, you got to pick 2.
So I think I'm going to lock in Mel Gibson as one of my answers.
Okay, Mel Gibson. Yeah.
Because I can imagine him in that role. It's the other ones I'm not sure about. Shaq is like 100 feet tall, isn't he?
not quite.
Really
but
tall.
He's he's up there. I don't know if he's quite 8 foot tall, but he's massive.
When
No,
did,
not 8 foot. It's 7 foot rather.
When did Wild Hogs come out?
2007.
2007. So he was still acting at that point, but he hadn't done much prior to that. Sort of between Pulp Fiction, Hairspray. So I don't think it's John Travolta at all.
Okay, interesting.
And I do like John Travolta, like from Grease and stuff like that. But stop putting that face. You're making me feel uncomfortable.
It's my glasses.
Hide your face.
So the guys in the chat have got no idea.
We'll just go with C and D, I think, guys, because they're the answers that we've
C
had.
and D. Okay, C and D. Very,
Stop saying
very
it like
interesting.
that.
Okay.
You're making me feel like I'm getting it wrong, and it's annoying.
Well, no, because I kind of put Jean-Claude Van Damme in there as a meme.
Oh, is it
really,
not him then?
More than anything else.
No,
you've locked in your answers now.
Ah, darn. It's only being... Oh, really?
AMC, yeah. Apparently they were approached for the role and turned it down.
Fidelity says should offer it to Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, honestly, it's
So-
quite funny when you think about who could have played the Green Goblin.
Do I get a point for getting one of them right?
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
Oops, I pulled the rubber off. Hold on.
So, let me find here what other actors were proposed for the role.
I couldn't imagine John Travolta in that role.
I know. I know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But
Like, if you think of him in, like, Saturday Night Fever and Grease, okay, Pulp Fiction was there as well, but then you got things like Hairspray. You don't think, he's a Green Goblin. Especially when you think Mel Gibson and, what's his name? William Dafoe.
yeah,
Are such,
I know.
like, close in that way.
So apparently, before Willem Dafoe got the role, it was offered to Nicolas Cage,
Oh, God.
John Malkovich, Bill Paxton, Mel Gibson, John Travolta, Brad Dourif, I don't know who that is, and Robert De Niro.
That's
That's mad, isn't it? What actors were approached for this
yeah,
movie?
the Italian whatever.
God, that's so funny though. When,
Italian
when I saw
American.
that, I just thought, I had to include
Right.
that.
Right, next.
All right, next one. Which motorcycle manufacturer is the richest?
Oh God. Okay.
A. Kawasaki, B. BMW, C. Suzuki, or D. Harley Davidson?
When you say the richest, do you mean from motorcycles or in general?
In general, the
In
whole
general.
company. This is all of their assets, all their business assets. So this is what the companies are currently worth right now.
Okay.
Oh, I've got to put this in the chat, haven't I?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. So I don't know what Harley Davidson do apart from bikes, if they do anything else at all. So we'll pin those for now. We'll keep that out of the list. Suzuki does the cars and the bikes.
Yes.
So they have a pool of money going on. BMW do cars and bikes as well.
Yep, they do.
Possibly something else, I don't know. Whereas we know that Kawasaki does so much,
Yep.
have so much more. But are they the richest in the world? I would have thought BMW or Suzuki having cars, they'd have a further reach. With people who don't ride, they'd get a car out of it, you know?
Mm.
I don't think people who don't ride get a jet ski, for argument's sake. Okay. But then you've got to think of all the government contracts Kawasaki could have with things like their helicopters and their ship engines.
They're ship builders. They don't just build the engines,
That's
they
what
build
I
the
mean.
whole thing.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot.
Yeah,
To be fair, I'm stuck between A and B.
So currently we've got 2 votes, one for B and one for D.
D.
Mm.
You guys probably know something I don't know.
Yeah, Fidelity. BMW hold the 2 best-selling bikes, but Harley sell for half as much for as much as a small house. It's true, isn't it? It's ridiculous how
Star,
much
that's a
some of them
really
go
good
for.
point. Harley Davidson has a clothing range. It's a
True,
very good
they
point.
do. They do, yeah.
Harley Davidson, I think, is one of the highest revenue earners in the whole of the US. They make bank. For HD, it's the lifestyle. Fashion is huge.
So we've now got 3 votes, 2 for BMW and still 1 for Harley. Go on, babe. Have a guess. Have a guess. What do you think? Do you want to go with the voters for BMW,
If we
or do
just
you want to go for
get
Harley?
one more vote in, that would be
It's
great.
going to go for Harley if you get one more.
Yeah. Or a different answer entirely.
Yeah.
Hold on. How many votes have we got for Harley?
1. Don't stop gaming. If it isn't Harley Davidson, I'll eat eat this stale but delicious cake on my table right now.
Thanks for coming, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, take care, mate.
It's tempting just to let you eat cake. If it is right, are you just not going to eat it then?
Come on. We got 2 more questions after this, wifey. Come on.
Let's go with. Oh my god. Let's.
Our dog's causing problems now as well.
Oh, I don't know.
Go on.
Go with D. Let's just go with D.
D. Harley Davidson.
I don't know. I want to say B, but we'll go. Oh,
B is the answer is BMW.
eat that cake.
All right. So so BMW are ahead. So their current company's worth is $59.2 billion US. In second, who do you think's in second?
Cowie.
Suzuki.
I
With-
could have been bad to work.
With $17.8 million
Yeah.
in terms of company worth. And after that is
Cowie.
Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson was $6.9 billion in worth. And the
Yeah.
last one is Kawasaki with $3.6 billion worth in their company's worth that much.
Yeah.
So
Feels
BMW
amazing.
is mad. But
But
I
then
was
it made sense going B.
well, but I was incredibly surprised with Suzuki actually, because I thought they'd be the lowest on the list. But their partnership with Toyota has
them.
buffed their company's worth massively. And
Yeah.
I don't know when they announced the partnership. I think it was in 2019 or something like that. But yeah, how interesting. So yeah,
Yes.
BMW. All right. Next one.
I'm really sorry, Dad, if you're watching that.
9. What is the fastest continuous 1 kilometer wheelie world record?
It's going to be
That's hard to say.
impressive.
Wheelie world record.
Not a Willy Well record.
No, not a Willy world record. No,
No, I said wheelie,
Oh.
not Willy.
sorry.
That's something completely
My
different.
mistake. So I got A 217.85 miles per hour, B 164.52 miles per hour, C 129.44 miles per hour, or D 251.78 miles per hour.
All of
So
those
the
are
world record
incredibly
here,
fast.
just to clarify this, the world record is a continuous wheelie at what speed for a whole kilometer? So for 1,000 meters. What do you think?
For 1,000 meters, they're all
1,000 meters.
they're
yeah.
all incredibly fast. But obviously, you
I-
need to be to go.
I can't
and
even
stay.
imagine maintaining a wheelie at 130 miles an hour, let alone 252 miles an hour.
This is going to be a complete guess, guys. You're going to put it in now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I actually would have no idea. Fidelity thinks A. See, I'm sticking towards B, 164. I think that's pretty fast. But then you've got, if it's too fast, I guess you've got the risk of it doing this, haven't you?
Yep. Well, no, but you'd be able to increase your speed gradually.
So is it the fastest point?
No, the maintained speed. So you've got to maintain the same speed over that whole kilometer. I imagine it's an average that they take across the kilometer. But yeah. What do you think, wifey? What's your best guess?
B or A. I don't think
B
it's,
or A?
I don't think it's C. I don't think it's D. I'll go with 164
You're going with B?
because that's just, I don't know. I'm just thinking, like,
Oh, okay. So we've got 2 votes. We've got one for A, and we've got one for C.
oh, none of the ones I've chosen. I don't know. I don't think it's C. I'm gonna go with B. I'm just gonna stick with my answer.
Yeah, sure.
No.
The answer is A.
God, Fidelity.
217.85 miles
I
per
feel
hour.
like Fidelity's seen all this before because you're getting all the answers right.
Maybe. But yeah, it's. Can you imagine doing a wheelie and holding a wheelie at 218 miles an hour?
That's why I was like,
God, it's
164 seems more realistic.
Yes,
That's still bloody fast. Though.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But I mean, so this was done on a. So it was done by a guy named Ted Brady, and this is the Guinness World Book of Records, and he's an Irishman. It was done in Cork. So let's have a look here. What bike he was using? So it was a. I'm pretty sure I read a K4. Where did I read it? Because it mentions here a K2, but yeah, so it's a K4 Gixxer 1000, so quite a famous popular bike. But apparently he started off on a K2, but moved up to a K4, and I think it's a turbo K4 as well. So yeah, very, very interesting. All right, wifey, you ready for the last one?
Yeah, because it's not getting any worse.
Here we go.
Is it a nice question? No, it's not.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to get this one, to be honest. All right.
I'm going to go what Fidelity
So
says. You're getting them right.
how much is the Neiman Marcus limited edition fighter worth? A, $250,000. B, $18 million. C, $5.6 million. Or D, $11 million. This is the current estimated value of this particular bike. What do you think?
It's all a lot of money.
It's a hell of a lot of money. All of them. All those answers are a stupid amount of money.
You putting the poll in?
Yes. What do you think? First impressions, wifey, what do you think?
11?
11 million.
That's
Okay.
just...
Well, I mean, with all the other numbers in there, that's a good guess. Why do you think 11 million? I mean, you won't know what this bike looks like. I don't know if anyone here would know what this bike looks like.
I don't know. I think 250,000. Like you can get a decent car for that, right?
Car? You could get yourself a Lambo for that.
Well, that's it. But I don't know why that would be such a thing because Lambo's like it's a Lambo. Oh. You know, it's more like normalized to spend that much on a car. I don't know why. It just is. 18 is a lot. Like a lot.
Get your votes in, guys. Get your votes in. What do you think? What's your best guess?
I don't know. I just feel 11. But
you feel 11.
I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see. We've got no votes at the moment.
No votes in yet. Oh, okay. So we've got a vote for C, 5.6 million. Interesting. Any other votes? What do you think, wifey? Do you want to go with the voters, or do you want to go with your gut? We've got a vote for D. Was that you? No. Got a vote for D. So we've got 2 votes for C, 5.6 million, and we've got a vote for D at 11 million.
Well, Fidelity's gone C, and has got every other question right so far. So, do I risk it all on C? Although you did admit it gone straight over your head, so we'll see. Let's
If you said that name, that brand,
Neiman
Marcus, no one would even know what that brand
limited
is.
edition fighter.
Yeah, no one would even know what this bike is.
Even if it's 5.6 or 11, like Dope Style said, 11 million, it just feels right.
Yeah.
But 5.6 is where the votes are. Do you know what? I'm going to stick with my original answer. I'm going to go 11.
11 million.
Because I haven't got a clue. Where's the answer gone?
Oh, I don't know. What's happened?
Is it right? So it's vanished.
There you go. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready for the answer?
Yeah.
It is D, $11 million.
My gut instinct did pay off eventually.
Madness. And that's it.
Oh.
Let me bring it over. There you go.
And what about that is worth 11 million?
Right, so
Is it made of gold or something?
it's a steampunk era-esque design.
Yeah, I got that.
And apparently, when they first released it, they released it for $110,000, and now it's currently worth $11 million. And apparently, it's the most expensive motorcycle on the planet. But it has a 1966 cc air-cooled V-twin. Air-cooled V-twin at this displacement is ridiculous. Apparently it is 100% street legal as well. And it can do a top speed of 300 kilometers an hour, which I believe is 186 miles an hour, so the same as every other bike in Europe. And a 0 to 100 time of just 3 seconds.
Blimey.
0 to 100 of 3 seconds. That's ridiculous. And, I mean, they only made 45 of these bikes. And despite the fact that this bike is worth $11 million, the company went broke in 2020.
So they weren't selling enough $11 million bikes.
Well, no, they were only selling these for $110,000.
Oh.
I say only, like
Like,
compared to 11 million. But yeah, if they just kept one of these bikes for themselves, then the owner would be laughing all the way to the bank. $11 million this bike is worth.
Mad.
Absolute madness.
Thank you
But
for that.
yeah,
That was,
really, really interesting.
That was
one.
really fun. I think it gave a new element to it as well, the live voting.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that was enjoyed. So yeah, well done.
Definitely. Yeah. So thank you so much for everyone with
Thanks
your
for your
contributions
help.
in the chat and always
You
and
guys
for helping
won.
the wifey.
I didn't win.
Yeah,
You guys
definitely.
won.
So I mean, yeah, definitely an interesting show today. I would have liked to have seen a few more faces for voting to help the wifey today, but I mean, hey, we'll do this again next year, same time,
Different questions.
same place, just different questions, and then hopefully, yeah,
You could
some
run
of you
the
lot
same
can
quiz again and remember the people that you stuck in.
see what you can remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really, really interesting. But yeah, absolute madness. $11 million for that bike. But hey, I mean, yeah, I think this is the longest running live show that we've ever done, an hour and a half. So thank you so much to all of you joining us today, and appreciate your patience. But I hope that today was a bit of fun. And I mean, today was mainly about making the show as interactive as possible for you guys. So just a reminder again that in the chat, and I'll leave it in the video description as well, that the link for our Discord server is only valid for the next 23 hours, 22 and a half hours now. And so, yeah, you can get in on it for absolutely free. But yeah, if you would like to join us on Patreon, then the link is also in the chat, and I'll pop that in the video description as well after the show. So yeah, we'd really appreciate it if you guys could contribute and help support us. And look, I mean, this is something that I was conflicted about doing anyway to begin with, was the whole Patreon thing, because I didn't really, I don't know. It just felt weird. Yeah, asking people for money just feels weird. So, you know, so if you don't, then I totally get it, totally appreciate it, totally understand. And but hopefully you guys can get an opportunity in there for joining a community that's a bit more integrated now with Discord. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys there. Me and the wife, we haven't really decided how often we're going to be on the Discord server yet, but we're hoping once a week, once a fortnight, something like that, depending on the time that we've got during the week, during the weekend. Because I mean, most of our work that goes into this happens over the weekends. So, but yeah, well, any spare time that we get.
I mean, we work 9 to 5, and then any time out of that is Goblins dedicated.
Basically, yeah.
So to get the content, to get all these things, scripts written, all that sort of stuff is done. Evenings and weekends, we have very little time, don't we? Really?
But yeah, I mean, in the near future as well, we will have some exclusive content up there. I've got an idea for it, but yeah, basically around about once a month, we're going to have some exclusive stuff on there. Yeah. And yeah, thank you ever so much for all of you who are joining us and supporting our little journey. But right, what I'll do quickly, I'll just pop these links in the video description so I don't forget, because I probably will forget. But yeah, well, I look forward to seeing some of you lot on Discord. And I mean, you know, depending on what time it is and stuff like that, we can probably get in some video games and all that.
Yeah.
Gosh,
That'll be good.
can't type.
Because you're under pressure, you know people are watching you. That's why. We're going to have to do the thing that you're dreading to do in a minute. Go put the lights on the Christmas tree, aren't we? I spent yesterday, we brought a new Christmas tree because we threw our old one out last year, recycled it. And I spent about 45 minutes yesterday just fanning it out, like this plastic tree. So we're just waiting for that now, aren't we? You know, do the lights.
Well, hopefully it turns out all right. We'll see.
We'll see.
Right
We'll
now,
see.
what did I do with the Patreon page? I cannot remember. Sorry, I'll find it again. There we go.
The suspense of waiting.
Well, I just want to make sure I get it in there because I will forget.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Why don't you just copy it from
Done.
above the top?
Oh, I did. That's what I did in the end.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
That would have saved a lot of time.
Yep.
Anyway.
But anyway, yeah, thank you so much, everyone, again, for watching. And thanks, Dokestar Gaming, for your appreciation. And Mark, good to see you, mate. I'm sorry that we're just about to sign off, actually. But hopefully you can catch the rest of the show anyway earlier on catch up. Yeah, whatever it's called on YouTube.
Playback, I don't know.
Yeah, playback, replay, whatever. But yeah, thank you again ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you found it interesting. And I mean, I certainly learned an awful lot in today's show. So yeah, look forward to doing this again. But yeah, thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching. Christmas is just around the corner, so
go have more about that. What we're doing.
Yeah, we'll do something a little bit special as well for our last ever show of the year.
And if you want, I mean, I think they want us to do this again. There's been consensus, so
good. Well, yeah, let's hope that next time we can get a few more people in the chat to join in. But anyway, yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Video as normal tomorrow. Hopefully I'll catch you then. But if not, hope you have a good weekend. And yeah, we'll catch you all next week.
Ride safe.
Ride safe, guys. Have a good one. Take care.